Look like a fucking. That's like when you. That's when you like. What is it like? Employee of the month. So you try to fucking fucking crack the whip, and everybody look at you like motherfucker. You just the king of the losers. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. So, just out of curiosity, is this a podcast or a BLM rally? Because the way you dress right now, you look like about to go take over some shit.
Look at what time it is. Night work got to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
After I get done with this, I got a night job I got to do.
You look like a fucking just a shadow. It's a silhouette of Chris Brown.
This Grand Theft Auto, baby.
You're about to go after I get done here. I'm about to go shoot a album cover.
But it's Grand Theft Country.
How you gonna put so much effort into your outfit, but then you still ain't set up the back?
Don't worry about that.
Look behind you, bro.
I know.
You look like that. That looks like that swap meet store that Napoleon Dynamite found the Psy in. Where he found a dancing tape.
What was it? Cool J's cool moves, some shit like that.
The Quan's cool dance moves or some shit.
Are you ready to get down? Yeah. Oh man.
I watched that shit the other day, and that shit fucking had me crying laughing, bro. I forgot how good that shit is.
It's just one of the movies, man.
She goes, yeah. When she hands him the photo, do you want to look like this? And he goes, this is a girl.
I don't know. There's so many stupid, funny parts in that movie. I think my favorite one is Kit driving over the plasticware. It never gets old. It's so start. It drives off.
Bro, when he goes to the kid and he tries to he's bullying him by the locker. He goes, "Give me your change," and then he grabs his neck and he just pushes him down like this until he gets it to him.
Oh man,
fucking bullies, man.
Yeah, for real.
Well, with that said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi,
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. What's everybody doing out there?
Well, the movie we got this week, I picked it for a specific reason. Well, two specific reasons.
Yeah, because you want to. Never mind. I ain't gonna jump right now. Listen, I'll let you do the introduction.
But you want to do a movie where the Asians are in charge?
See, and how well did it go?
Actually went pretty well. They made sense to me.
Yes and no, but we'll get into that.
Well, so the reasons why I picked the movie, one is because we haven't done a documentary in a while. The last documentary we did, which was the Social Dilemma, you'd spark some good conversation.
No, I thought the last one was the underwater fish. Okay, yeah, there you go.
But the documentaries usually spark some good conversation.
Oh yeah, I prefer documentaries over movies.
Why?
Because I'm not gonna say it's real, but it's realer. A movie is it's realer than a movie. A movie is somebody's imagination, or you're taking a real story and adding a twist to it. Whatever.
Conspiracy is a little more realer than the Matrix.
Really?
I'm not gonna say it's realer or it's real.
I mean, last I checked, let me see somebody fly. You know what I'm saying?
I can show you somebody fly. I'm not gonna say they're gonna fly long. They might come crashing down.
They usually do. They usually do. Oh man!
But the second reason was also because
what the fuck?
What happened?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
My computer just says about to restart.
You gotta check the thing on the side. Did it check your notifications?
Chris, no, the whole shit just went black. It says restarting right now.
Okay, well you're still recording, so if something
all right,
then we'll see what happens.
But you can't see me though.
I can see you. You probably can't see me.
I can't see shit. Okay, cool. Let's do it until it stops.
All I see is blackness and teeth.
That's what I see on my computer screen. It was blackness with a white word say restarting.
The second reason why I picked this movie is because me and you, we met in the factory, and we have a little soft spot for that factory life, because I contend I love the job I do now, but okay, there we go. It just disconnected. All right, so we're about to just revamp back up when it comes back on. Then we'll just continue. Apparently, Chris's computer had to, reset itself, and now we had to redo his settings. But we good now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Usually it's right with me this time. Shit.
yes, that's called factory settings. You gotta
Mm-mm.
fix it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, and then speaking of factories, like I said, we had our start, meeting in a factory, and like I said, I love the job that I do now.
Hmm.
I contend that working at Friendlies is one of my favorite jobs I've ever had.
I agree. I think it was my favorite. I mean, I loved other jobs that I've done, but just Friendlies was something. Friendlies was different.
What is it about a factory job that, like, I don't know, that I feel like it resonates a little more with society?
um, I feel like factory jobs are what America was built on.
Yeah.
Before people got rich and built it off of other people.
Yeah, I think
Like,
before we started outsourcing all the work.
yeah, like everybody was working like on their own too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bringing bologna and cheese sandwiches and out there, everybody getting dirty or no, yeah, everybody doing the same thing and understanding like, okay, I might have this, I might drive that, I might go here, but I'll work for this. I
Yeah.
don't just I don't just sit behind a desk in the office and tell people what to do. I'm actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I feel like at the I feel like a factory job is like it's that job where, you don't need a higher education to
Hmm.
attain one, but when you work a good factory job, you can provide a good life for your family. So
Yes.
it's like something that's attainable for the average person,
Is that blue collar, middle class?
blue collar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that job that, like, if I had a good factory job, I feel like if as long as I keep my head down and work hard, my family is gonna be set.
Hmm. I mean, they come with benefits. I mean, well, when I was working at Friendlies, I didn't really care so much for benefits. It was just me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I really know what the kind of benefits they had, but I know you did, your parents did. I would imagine everybody benefited from something.
Yeah. The only thing you worried about was it well, like, leaded or unleaded, right? That's all you had to worry about.
I was waiting. I was like, okay, where's he going with this? He'll say something. It's either gonna be some ramen noodles, some some steaks,
Bag of fries.
something. Oh man.
But no, like I just because again, my parents have provided, an amazing life for me just off of working at Friendlies.
Hmm.
I can see what someone can attain by working a middle class blue collar job. Like with that, if you don't come from much, you
Hmm.
can rise up and you better your life for you and your family.
No, definitely,
And
definitely.
I think that's what in this film, I think that's what they were, that's what the big crux was, because essentially what happened was there was a GM factory in Dayton, Ohio, that ended up
Hmm.
closing down, and a lot of people that worked there for years were out of jobs, and then all of a sudden the Fu Yao Glass Company, that
Yeah.
shit sound like a kung fu school. Uh, they came in, they wanted to, they're branching out and trying to open up a factory in America, which is dope.
Hmm.
But like they're what are they called? Their
Well,
qualifications? I don't know, qualifications. What is it? What do you call it there? Quality
um,
control. Their way of working.
the other way of working was completely different from how Americans work.
Yeah.
Look, Bernie Mac. That's all I'm gonna say.
What do you mean?
Know what joke I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
When he said, "White folks, y'all go on break. You eat y'all cheese sandwich. I come back out good. Black folks, we go on break. We do just the fuck that. We break."
uh, but like, is that working those middle class hard, like hard nose, is that lost on today's society? Because I feel like that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
It was this intersection of, when the job closed down, people had a cushy job, and then
Hmm.
when this new factory opened up, they had to kind of start over, and they weren't ready to start over.
No, I mean you gotta think about it because this is where I went back and forth with the film. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, did you say the title of the movie already?
Yeah, American Factory.
Okay, cool. On Netflix. Um, I went back and forth with it because they're talking about how when they were first working at GM or whatever,
Yeah.
They were bringing in $28 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want the lady that was sitting on the steps smoking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into this, what you drinking? Because I have my thoughts on this too.
Okay. What am I drinking? Let's see. It's Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, this is
No, I ain't drinking shit about
exactly
the smoke.
Chris is
I'm
drinking
joking.
exactly what he used to drink at Friendly's on his break, motherfucker. You lucky we friends.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
lucky we ain't boss and
look,
fucking.
you used to say that all the time. You like, you're lucky we friends because man, you guys would be in so much trouble right now. But we went through this. I told you I was an effective drinker. Mike wasn't worth shit when he drank.
I'm just saying, like, we can laugh about it now, but if I had to be supervisor right now, I'd be like, hey,
Oh, I'd have been fired. I already know it. Shit, I deserve to be fired. I ain't gonna lie. All the ice cream I was stealing,
he wasn't even stealing. He was eating it right in the open. Just
man,
pull
everybody want the shit. just pull a just make sure it didn't get dated before it hit that date machine. Yank one off real quick.
quality control.
Um,
He was taste testing it.
they just about three of them.
Dude, that vanilla bean that was nice. Oh, what the hell just happened to my lights?
Yeah, for real. Shit,
Something
the
happened.
rapture.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's the Lord just showed up. He's like, hey man, hold on.
Let my people go. What the hell are you doing?
I had to
Okay,
reset my lights. Yeah.
okay.
Well, yeah, I just it went. That's what I see all the time, Chris. That's what I see. You just
Oh shit!
turned your camera to a mirror. You was like, what the fuck?
Wait, that's what it look like. Oh man.
Shit. All right, so what you
Oh,
drinking?
oh yeah. I got my usual, my shot of Jack Daniel.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And I'm sipping on the Cabernet tonight. Yeah.
Kind of what was it? Dollar? Is that the dollar special again?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's helping with
Family
my.
Dollar or Dollar General?
No, they're right around the corner from each other, right across the street.
Oh, they're competing.
They're only off like a couple cents. No, this is the Dollar General special. Drinking the El Chivos.
That's crazy. Wine. It's wines to a point where you can get it at Dollar General.
Well, Dollar General got a
We was
whole lot
growing
going
up.
on down here.
What's that?
Dollar General got a whole lot going on down here.
Yeah, but I'm saying when we was growing up, wine, you had to go to the liquor store and go
Liquor
behind the
store.
glass cabinet.
Yeah.
Now is at Dollar
This,
General next to the Funyuns.
but that shit, but that shit's the Kool-Aid out. Oh man.
So, well, I'm drinking a nice little.
Hold
I
on,
got.
wait.
I'm on like the last leg of my dry gin.
Hold on, dude. You gonna drink that right now? I know for you it's past midnight. You gonna drink that tonight,
Shit
right
don't
now?
this shit don't affect me.
Shit, that shit makes you want to run a marathon.
I know, yeah, but the Lord knows you ain't doing it.
Hell no.
Now,
Just I'm just gonna jerk off for like 15 hours.
you gonna show up with a fucking giant wrist. Like, what the fuck happened to you? C4s, man.
uh, oh shit. Oh, I gotta watch what I say. I forgot. Well, everybody should be sleeping, but shit.
Yeah, I got my frozen bombsicle C4.
Hmm.
If I make it through that, I got a Coke Zero. I'm telling you,
This is
man.
on
One
if
more,
this is on if this is on the zero. No, 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 I ain't mad at you, man. I'm probably for sticking to your diet. You know what I'm saying?
between that and the carnivore, like I feel real good. Feel great. Weight went down,
That's what's
don't
up.
don't worry about what you're seeing. It's the chair. That ain't me, it's the chair. But
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if he has a different chair and if he looks the same.
fuck you, first of all. Second of all, I ain't gonna get a new chair next week, so you ain't gotta worry about that.
Oh man, I ain't got room to talk, but hey, I own mine. Shit, fucking King Gorilla around here.
Yeah, so that's a black back. Black back gorilla.
Oh shit.
All right.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right. So you talking about the lady that was sitting on the stoop. She was smoking and she was talking about how she, when she was at the GM factory, she was making $26 an hour. And
Hmm.
now she's down to making like 12, $13.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First of all, that's a hell of a. I mean, you're cutting
that's
your
less than half.
yeah.
That should actually hurt my feelings.
Yes and no.
No, I mean because, like you said, coming from a factory, and we worked at Friendlies. And when I got hired, I was making 13 something.
Yep.
And this is back in 2008, I want to say.
Yep.
And then even working, which we'll get into later on throughout the movie, working for the union when I was in Chicago,
Hmm.
I was making up to 30, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just know that you were pulling that kind of money and then shit changes and you're bringing in half. No more BMW. Better get your mongoose. Just saying,
Hiram. Let me know what your deal is, Hiram.
man.
Uh,
Shit.
but I like the thing is like, okay, when you throw numbers like that around, it
Hmm.
sucks because it's like, oh fuck, I lost half my income.
Hmm.
But like, what position were you holding at the other place versus the new place? Like, it sucks to think about, but like,
Yeah.
you literally went from not having a job to making $13 an hour. That's $13 an hour is a good starting pay.
I mean, it definitely, but it just sucks because when you know what you used to do or what you can do,
Mhm.
but you're reduced, like, yeah, you're reduced to making this much because of where you live or what's going on. What they say when GM closed the lost with 10,000 local jobs,
Yeah.
and then this one comes back and everybody's happy, like, yo, we got another big job in the city, but half the pay. I mean, that should hurt your ego. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it does. It does because you feel like you feel like you're forced to work a job that that you're overqualified for.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I contend that like to me, there's you're not. I don't think there's no such thing as overqualified
Okay.
because to me, if you're overqualified, that just means you're saying you're too good for this job,
Mm.
and I just don't believe in that. If you're too
Mm.
good for this job, then how come you don't have another job?
Very true.
It's just you get too many people out there who are just they're like ungrateful for the opportunities they do have or the jobs they do have, that they
Hmm.
just go in there like, all I care about is making some money. I don't care about doing that great of a job. I'm just here to get my time and keep going.
I
You know?
mean, that's what one of the dudes said. He said he's just happy to be working again, which I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you know me and my situation.
Mhm.
I mean, granted, things are going the way they're going. So, but shit, sometimes just be happy to be working again. Be happy to take care of your responsibilities. Be happy to go get that bottle of wine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I mean, but the thing is like, you know, okay, so I get the idea that you're happy that you're working again, but some people, their job is only about, and that was the big difference. Like for Americans, the job is about making money. You
Hmm.
don't live to work, you work to live.
Yeah.
In the Chinese culture, having a good job is something to be proud of. So you live to work.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, they were butting heads because they're like, yo, these people don't work nearly as fast.
No,
Their fingers is too fat.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, he did say pigs are too fat, but see, this is my rebuttal for that whole concept or whatever. I mean, that's okay. It's two different cultures.
Mhm.
Eat two different foods. I'm pretty sure chitlins ain't on the the China table. You know what I'm saying? But
That's all they eat, pork belly.
it ain't called chitlins though.
Yeah. But
And
still,
they probably got a bunch of broth and noodles with it, or a
y'all
big
got
bowl of rice.
gumbo.
That's Louisiana. Come on now.
But I'm saying it's like, you know, I guess in the Chinese culture, to be able to work a job and provide for your family is something to be proud of. So you
Hmm.
go in every day, in order to trying to do the best job possible.
Hmm.
And then in America, it's just like, okay, I'm just here to do my 8 hours.
Yeah.
I'll do enough to get my work done, and then I'm out. I like this. This isn't where I want to be for the rest of my life.
And that's why I said I go back and forth with it because I understood both sides of it, even though I ain't never been in China like that and like worked there and everything else.
Yeah.
But you got one side that's like, hey, I'm here for 2 years. I can go back home and see my family. But they're being taken care of, this, that, whatever the case may be. And then you got one side, and the other side was like, hey, we just lost our jobs and we've been jobless for the last year and a half or so. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's like I'm just trying to get back on my feet. But Americans, land of the free. It's right in our slogan, land of the free. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah,
Granted, everything so
you
there's
have
some
the choice.
consequences.
I'm saying you have the choice to do whatever you want.
Mhm.
So why are you acting like you're forced to take this job. You're not
If
forced to work there. I get that's the only thing out there right now.
mhm.
But while if you're gonna be doing it, why not work your hardest? I'm not saying you have to, work extra hours for no pay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I, I I'm
Okay.
I'm that guy that if I'm gonna do a job, even if I don't like it, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, and then I'm gonna go find a better job.
Definitely, I agree on that. And what you have to think, okay, and you've had different jobs.
Mhm.
Um, Coming out of high school and landing a job like Friendlies,
Yep.
awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, in my opinion, that would be a great start to a career because you don't necessarily have to stay in the factory part. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But imagine being at some job for 10, 15, 20 years, making $30 an hour, whatever the case may be, and then you get reduced to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know we had this conversation before where I feel, and I can't say that I'm right, but I just think that your work should grow with you. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but like, if you're in that situation, or do you just go into like, all right, I'm just gonna do this, like whatever? Like they're walking. Some of them are walking in like this is, it's beneath them to go in there and do a good job.
Okay.
That's my argument against it. It's just that, like,
Mhm.
I feel like if you're doing a job, no matter what kind of job, if you're choosing to do that job, go do your best job.
Yeah.
Try your hardest. You know.
How do you feel about the owner?
So that dude, I feel
It
like
was a
he,
was a dick.
I feel like he, I feel like he had good intentions,
I
but
think he had good.
he's also got to be a factory owner, dealing with trying to build a factory with the same kind of production as his China factory, but in a
Mhm.
whole new atmosphere where it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can pull that off here.
And see,
With manual labor.
but see, and like there's a whole lot of like catch 22s in this documentary, in my opinion,
Go ahead.
because I think he had a good intentions too. But let's just call it what it is. Most of them dudes sit at that table in them high seats.
Yep.
Really don't give a fuck what people at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I don't think he was doing anything wrong. His perspective of things were different, obviously, from where he came from.
Mhm.
But the team he hired to help run the company, they just like make their pockets fat,
Well,
in my opinion.
I get that, but
Mhm.
I think I don't know if it was necessarily trying to keep their pockets fat. I think they were trying to, I mean, there was definitely people there that would just, bean counters, like, okay, they're stockholders and they just want as much profit as possible. But I think
Yeah.
for some of them, it's like, I think for some of them, they kind of found it was like a goal of theirs for the American factory to produce like the Chinese factory. And the fact
Mm.
that they couldn't get it to do that, it was almost like, yo, I'm doing a terrible job because I can't get this factory to produce at the same rate.
But that's what I'm saying. The Chinese guy said it in the meeting. He said you can talk about the president here and you won't get killed.
Yeah.
They can't do that in their country. You know what I'm saying? The discipline is totally different.
Well, it's discipline, but it's also, it's illegal. You about to get, sent away, learning
I mean,
kung fu with Jackie Chan for 25 years because you talk shit about the president over there.
uh, but see, they don't have the luxury to be themselves in their country, in my opinion.
Yeah, but what does that got to do with work?
I mean, because in America, you can choose to be what you want to be. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
so you can choose to work harder.
You can, but if you just left the job making 30 and you get reduced to 12,
It's not yeah, but I mean, okay, but you don't have to go do that job. Go find a job that pays you 30. If
I agree.
that's so beneath them, go find a job that pays you 30. Oh, I'm
I
sorry,
don't.
you can't find one. So meanwhile, while you're doing this job that pays you 12, work your ass off of that while you're still trying to find the other job. But don't just sit there and come and pull your 8 hours and be like, all right, I'm just doing enough. And then
I
get
mean,
mad if you get fired.
I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of catch 22s in there for me because
Okay.
even
Have you ever been a boss before? I have. I've had employees go drink on their breaks and shit like that. I'm not gonna say when and where, but I'm just saying.
I'm about to say you about to put out there now. Shit, you ain't their boss no more.
I'm just saying, like, if you watch people who don't work as hard as you,
hmm
that makes you feel a certain type of way.
Okay, I definitely agree on that because work ethic to me is very, very important.
Hmm.
Whatever's driving you to do it, you know, I mean, it's gonna speak for it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary before. It says some people work hard to keep what they got, but others work hard to never go back to what they came from.
Yeah.
Same work ethic, but one don't want to lose, and one don't want to. They both don't want to lose, but one already started out on top,
Yeah.
and one is just getting there on top.
Yeah.
You know
I,
what I'm saying?
like I get the idea that if you walk into a situation where you're kind of already feel defeated
Hmm.
because you're reduced to working for a third of what you used to work for, I get
Yeah,
that. I get feeling defeated, walking into that job. I'm just saying, once you're in that job, come on, man, I can pull
yeah.
your weight.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I was watching some of the people, and some of the people felt grateful that they had a job and they were trying to
Hmm.
work hard to do it, you know. But then, some people just felt like they were just trying to pull their hours, and they weren't really, if you get mad, you can go out here and just flip your fucking container around.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm sitting there like,
I don't know. Wait, but let's think about that for a minute. Because in China, when it was like all the glasses falling out and they got to sort out by colors,
mhm,
the dude was like, "Fuck that shit." I felt the same way. I fuck that shit.
yeah, because to us, well, because to us that type of job is like beneath. It's like I ain't fucking doing that. That's not what I want to do. But for someone in China who don't have a job, who can't do anything, who's trying to make some money for their family, that
Yeah.
might be like, "Oh, you mean tell me I'm gonna pay this much and all I gotta do is sit here and pick up some glass?"
Matter of fact, did they talk about what the people in China got paid?
No,
Okay,
I'm
I
sure they
didn't
get
hear
paid
that.
less.
Uh,
And I
they
think
get paid. Never mind.
they work
Uh,
hard and they
I don't want to lose our Asian fan base.
get paid in rice. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. First of all, that's valuable. It's called bartering. Pay me in rice.
Uh, oh man. Oh shit. But
Pay me in rice
damn.
and kung fu lessons.
All right. All right. So the sumo wrestler. Oh man.
You mean to tell me I can get 2 seconds in the ring if I do this job for 2 hours?
In a big bag of rice.
Well, okay, so
Oh
what do you
man.
think is the difference in work ethic? Like, what was the difference between the two cultures to you?
Okay. I'm gonna try to say this the way I'm thinking it. If you know that you don't have to do something,
Mhm,
then that's where your work ethic comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, some people are grateful because they have to do this job because it's gonna put food on the table, keep the lights on in the case may be.
mhm.
While others could be like, okay, I'm doing this for now, but shit, I could go find something different. Damn difference. Like that's not being grateful. Versus, I felt like everybody on the Chinese side was grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in
Even,
there Go ahead.
I'm not saying even their living situations, in my opinion, sucked ass.
Mhm.
They were grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were grateful to just have that, to be able to put food on the table,
Hmm.
to be able to provide for their family. These people moved to America. Well, I don't even know if they moved. They had the choice to move. Told, "Hey,
They had to
America."
be for 2 years, right? For
Yeah,
training or whatever.
you go see your family once,
Hmm.
and it's like, you know, but that's what to like that, that's what they're gonna do. My
Hmm.
work ethic is I'm proud of what I do, so I'm gonna do a good job, and that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta go do.
Hmm.
I ain't doing that shit, but more power to them. You know, but what I'm saying is
That shit. Oh
what
man.
I'm saying is like
You sound so you sound like Rick James. Hell no, I'm off the Murphy coach. Yeah, I did that shit.
because you can buy a new couch. But I mean, like, it's I don't know, like it just felt like the American side was a little more entitled. And I get over here you have rules and regulations, right?
Hmm.
They're like, man, like, hey, this thing has to be safe. This thing has to be safe. We need this. And then China, it was like, hey, the job needs to get done.
Hmm.
Do get the job done.
You know what I found funny though?
What?
Hold on, say something.
Which is kind of
Okay.
fucked up.
Oh no, you good. I thought you fade out for a minute. I thought it was funny when they went to go visit the plant in China, and they were all lined up in the morning doing their whole commands and everything else,
Mhm.
like military stuff. He went back home talking about some. We're gonna line up. Everybody stand up. There was everybody looking at me. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, dude, it's not gonna work. You got to present something different,
Yeah.
and you don't even like you're an authoritative figure.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take these ideas. I'm gonna really implement them. He came back like, hey, Harold, do you want to come over here for a second?
Oh god.
Man, look like a fucking. That's like when you. That's when you like. What is it like? Employee of the month. So you try to fucking fucking crack the whip, and everybody look at you like, motherfucker, you just the king of the losers. Get the fuck out of here.
Pretty much. Oh shit.
Goddamn hall monitors.
Yeah. Thinking they're somebody important with
Yeah,
their damn whistle and orange belt.
yeah. But okay,
Oh
so I
man.
mean, what is it like? I guess because in China, I guess what is it? Respect and like shame is just such a strong feeling amongst their society that like
Mhm.
if you bring shame to your family, like it's people commit suicide off that shit.
Yeah, true.
In America, you just
You
you
don't
just
give a
that
fuck.
loser fucking family member. That's it. I don't really
Is
care.
Uncle Joe over there? Yeah, he been in jail 12 times.
Mhm.
You know, he be all right.
Yeah. He take care of his kids, but he been in jail.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, okay? So here's an aspect of the film that I was curious what your thoughts were.
Okay.
Unions,
Okay.
okay? Because I have my feelings towards unions. I think they're a plus and a minus. What about you?
Now I've only belonged to one union, and I actually appreciated it. Um, I didn't fully understand the concept of it until basically after I left. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the importance of it because it protects the people do it protects the legs of the company, in my opinion.
You think so?
In my opinion, I think it does. If you got the right union, I'll put it to you like that.
Because I think some unions are there just to line their own pockets.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt that either.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of these companies, these guys or these people rather, that sitting on the tall buildings in the downtown office, forget that that building's standing because of the 15,000 workers you got on the ground doing the work.
Mhm.
Like I used to say this all the time. When I was in Chicago, and the wintertime would hit and everything, and I'm on the ground. I'm out there 8, 10, 12 hours a day sometimes, especially if we got a gas leak, we got to be out there and repair that shit. And
Mhm.
it's negative 40 degrees. We ain't going to we got to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? No, granted, the money's good. It's tired. You're cold. That's what we do. But then you got people out there talking about some, you guys are wasting our fucking gas. But then what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While you up in the office and all that heat, and we down here, we trying to sit the truck and get warm. You know what I'm saying? To get back out there and do the job so you can have the heat in your house for the people that paying their bills to keep your pockets lined up. Keep my pockets lined up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like they forget the people that's the legs of the company that's doing the work to keep the company up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like certain unions like that, are
Mhm,
great because they honestly take care of the workers. They make sure the workers get a fair wage. They
mhm,
make sure everybody's treated nicely, and that's commendable. But if I'm looking at it from, management or like a business owner and stuff, it can really hamper, especially if you're a business owner, it can really fucking hamper your business in ways that like, just to me and you might be needless. For example, sometimes we do shows in union buildings, and in union
mhm,
buildings where you gotta have like there's certain things we like are that need to be there because it's part of
mhm.
so
Okay.
some buildings will get an extra wardrobe person or an extra seamstress to come in there and help us out, like they're always there.
Mhm,
That sounds awesome because we could use the extra help.
mhm,
But in those union buildings, if my stuff is set up and I'm like, oh shit, like I just need to move this case 3 inches to the right so we have enough room for our table, I can't touch it.
hmm,
I can't go over there and push it. I gotta go call someone and tell them, and then they're gonna have to get someone to come over here and move it that 3 inches
hmm,
because it's union. I'm not allowed to touch it. So when it
hmm.
comes to stuff like that, it's like, man, I need an extra person here just to do that. I need when you're just like, I could just do this myself.
See, and that's why I said I think it really depends on the union and the company you're with,
Yeah.
because I can only speak for myself. I was fortunate enough to work with a team on
Mhm.
the union side and the company side
Yeah.
that I can't. For me personally, I got along with both of them,
Yeah.
so I didn't have that problem. Now, when it came to certain things that I was needing or whatever, I would go to the company, whatever. Hey, I got this, that, whatever, and they'd be like, "Okay, cool." And I don't know if it was just my character or whatever the case may be, But
Mhm.
they would let me know, okay, cool, we can't really handle this. Go talk to your union rep and then come back with us. Cool, no problem. But I was never just shunned away like I was like on a different side. Like
Yeah,
the door was always open, but they would tell you the avenue to take to get it done the right way.
yeah,
So that was my experience with the union. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Okay, but imagine what would happen if, say you're at this job. It's a union job.
Mhm,
You're doing great. You have no complaints. Everybody treats you nice, whatever. Then all of a sudden, because of something that happened at a different company,
mhm,
union's like, all right, we're all going on strike.
mm,
You have to go on strike. You're not allowed to not go on strike.
mhm,
So now you're on strike. You can't make any money through no fault of your own. Your family's suffering, and
mhm,
you're just you're just sitting here waiting. And
mm.
granted that you don't know what maybe the specifics of why everybody's arguing right now, but like I don't know. Sometimes I sometimes I wonder, like, you know, if having a union, if there was good communication between management and employee, would a union be necessary? Or is a union just there to, you know, kind of make up rules that don't really need to be there?
I think in some cases a union is necessary. Like in this in this documentary,
Mhm.
I'd have voted for the union because if you already feel like you're in a shitty position, how much more shitty can it be? And if it is, then leave. But at least give it a chance to try to get better.
Yeah, but the dude okay, one of the dudes that was complaining he wanted the union, he was complaining about things like, "Oh man, you're gonna film the microwaves being down?"
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
There's
just
always
like,
that. There's always that guy.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, like you're just it's I get it. It's a nuisance.
hmm,
That's not a reason for we need a union.
yeah.
We need a union because, hey man, like at Friendlies, it got to a point where you might have had like one person watching one too many machines at once. You're like, hey, like this can't this shit needs to change. If it doesn't change,
Was was Phillies a union at all?
no.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember being a union,
Now I know they tried to get a union started and shit like that, and some of those people got, you know, we ain't see him at work no more.
which I thought was fucked up too. A dude was like, "I got spies watching this guy. He'll be gone in 2 weeks." I was like,
Yeah,
"Damn, that's fucked up."
yeah.
You know what
But
I'm
if
saying?
you're management, that's it's kind of you can't just let that motherfucker walk around like that.
No, I agree, but it's like there's so many catch 22s to it. Like when homeboy on the Asian side was talking about you gotta go talk to your union rep, you talk to me. He was like, "We will never talk face to face again." That scares me. It doesn't scare you? It's not that serious. You can talk face to face again.
Yeah.
Maybe you gotta go through different avenues and everything, but he's making it seem like you're gonna lose all your privilege. You left your goddamn country. You don't lost your privilege, homie. Shut up.
No, but I'm saying like, if like because in the I guess in China, like you you don't talk to your superiors like that. That's just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I know we talk shit. We talk shit to our parents. We talk shit to the principal. Like
Like
we
you,
don't give a-
you
I
get
talk about beating up the principal. We don't care.
you get the shit smacked out of you. Plus, we got our Fifth Amendment, the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
Shit.
But I'm saying in America, you have the freedom to
Mhm,
voice your opinion. In China, you
mhm.
don't have the freedom to voice your opinion that way. So, as a culture, they just don't do it.
Mm,
So it's
yeah.
harder for them to really understand. Like, hey, man, if you don't like some shit, if you feel like some shit is, you know, is unjust,
Mhm,
you can go say something.
yeah.
China, you just kind of gotta accept that shit. Hey, we're gonna need everybody to work overtime for the next couple of weeks. It was like, all right, I guess that's what we got to do. We be like, fuck that. My ass going to Six Flags.
So, wait, what? Vacation? Really? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man,
Would you want to
I'm,
be after watching this movie? Would you want to be a factory owner?
yeah, I wouldn't mind it, but I would make sure everybody because I worked in it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do the horse shit that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on the bottom working there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mm,
You start seeing all this, all your the money you're spending to try to make this place better, and you still got these ungrateful ass bastards talking about, yo, I need
mm-mm.
my 15.
You know why? Because there's a disconnect. Even though he tried to come in, and that's why I say he was a dick because when he came in and regulations and everything else. Like, okay, let me ask this question: did you see something wrong with the fire alarm being where it was?
Did I say no?
Okay, me either. But we're used to that.
Yeah.
We're like from schools to buildings we go in. Any fire situation is elevated because if something goes wrong, if it's an eye level below you, can't nobody see that shit. Everybody's running the frenzy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they know, get it out the way. It doesn't look good. Uh, if something goes wrong and there was nothing to let people know it went wrong, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Yeah, but like I said, but he's used to factories in China where they don't have those kind of regulations.
And that's why all of them die with shit. Okay, you know what? Let me stop.
Ugh.
I
Well,
love my Asian people. We're just talking
what I'm
shit.
saying is like, the dude again, he's trying to build a factory in a country where he's not used to the culture, the atmosphere, and stuff like that.
That's another thing
So
too.
he's trying his best to appease it,
Hmm.
appease everyone. But at the same time, he's like, okay, I'm doing all this stuff to try to help everyone out, but ain't none of it making them work harder. Ain't none of them
Okay,
making them try to like put their best foot forward.
okay, I can believe that, but let me give you an example. Military standpoint, we
Okay.
change we change command all the time. You know what I'm saying? And if I can explain to you what that may be, um, like your generals, your sergeant majors, whatever, that take over battalions, everything else.
Yeah.
Once they move to a different area or they retire, the case may be, they bring a new one in.
Yep.
So you could have a commander who's all about the people, you know what I'm saying? Out there doing drills with you, doing PT. I'm talking a full bird colonel doing
Mhm.
push next to an E1. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just because they want to get to know their soldiers. That's called building camaraderie. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then a new guy comes in and he's like, what I say goes. And you're like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I respect your rate, but I don't respect you as a person. That's what I felt like this was, where it's like I respect you as an owner, but that's all you are. You're not friendly. You're not my friend. You're not. I know you're my superior,
Yep.
but I'll respect the shit out of you. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
Versus
because in America, you're in America, you have the freedom to feel that way.
okay,
Okay. In China, it's not that they don't they just don't do that there. So you got to stay understand, like when you come from a culture where they just don't do that.
mm,
You got come to this other country, you're like, oh, who this rotund Asian motherfucker come over here looking like Sammo Hung? I ain't like you see that you're gonna be like what the fuck is going on? Like, and it's not because you're trying to be an asshole. You're just I'm not used to fucking my employees talking back to me that way because they just
mm.
don't do that over there.
Yeah, but you ain't over there, homie. That's like
No, I
being
get
on the
that.
block and going to the next block over.
No, but I
They'll
get
beat
that.
the
But
shit out you.
okay, but here's the thing. If I'm putting all this money into this factory and you're like, okay, we need this, and this for it to go right. You're like,
Mhm,
all right, cool. Let me give you all that stuff you're asking for. Let me
mhm,
give it to you. And then motherfuckers still just work slow.
mm,
I'm like, hey man, like I'm giving you everything you guys want and you're still not fucking producing. What the fuck?
mm, mm.
You know? I think it's just,
And
no,
it's a it's a catch 22. Let me give
not
you
a
this
catch 20.
example.
You
Yes, it is.
said it. No, it isn't.
No,
No,
look
it
at
isn't.
what you do.
You're giving
No,
I'm sorry, you're giving
no,
lazy workers too much excuses.
no, no. If you're lazy, you're fucking lazy. That's the bottom line to it.
Mhm.
But somebody like you, and I know you're not lazy, and I know you're good at what you do.
Yep.
And let's just say your company hires somebody else to come over you, and they're telling you you're doing your job wrong, this, that, whatever. And then you're like, wait a minute, I've been here for how many years? And I had a problem since you came in? The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No, but okay, no, but you're okay. I think you're generalizing a little too much. All right, so here's the thing. What if the new guy comes in and I say,
Hmm.
hey man, I need this, and this because this shit ain't working right. And they go, all right, cool. If that's what you guys need to work good, cool.
Hmm.
I give it to you. Then all of a
Hmm.
sudden you come a week later, but he'll be like, hey man, where's all our work stuff? You can be like, man, don't be fucking rushing me. I don't who the fuck you talking to? I'm like, yo, I just everything you said you needed, I got you, and you're still not working faster.
Okay,
What the fuck?
okay, now that's different.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
but that's exactly what was going on.
Hmm.
I think, I think that's what was going on.
Okay, I didn't see it that way. 'Cause, I mean, I do feel like he was trying to like learn the American culture,
Mhm.
but I felt like it was still divided. Like,
Definitely, it was
mm,
different culture shocks. The
mm,
different cultures, he was having a hard time understanding the American culture. But then he also like is looking at the American culture like, hey man, some of these people are just fucking lazy. They talk,
mm,
they just sitting there just chatting while they're trying
mhm,
to work, so they're moving slower. It's
mhm,
like, hey man, how about you shut your mouths and just start working?
mm.
I think that's a viable ask from management. You might not like it,
I'm gonna rebut it all night. I don't give a fuck
Go ahead. Go
because
ahead.
because we had too much fun, but we got work done.
Mhm.
Look how many dance battles we had on the floor while making ice cream.
Bruh,
You did it in the middle of the fucking waterfall, and
bruh, yeah, you know how much ice cream I got thrown at me and that shit hit me in the head? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We did that, but we still
we
produced.
got the
Not only did
yeah.
we produce, we had the best numbers through the entire factory.
I
So
agree.
you can't say shit to us.
Mm,
That's what I'm saying. Like if you produce and you keep your numbers good, can't nobody say shit to you. But if you
okay,
slacking,
but don't you think a fun environment makes the work better?
listen, if
In
I
my opinion,
yes,
or I'm asking you
yes,
rather.
yes, I think a fun environment that breeds, like camaraderie and good atmosphere leads to better work.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is they're not even giving them better work when things were good.
Mm,
That's what that's the argument. The argument was they were like, "Hey, we need to try to keep the same numbers as China," and everybody's like, "Man, get the fuck out of here, bro! I'm pissed off. I'm gonna flip this little trash can thing around on my fucking forklift."
I mean, and I also feel like I feel like there's a lot that we didn't see in the documentary.
Yeah,
I mean, homeboy said he was eating Twinkies every day.
I like that guy though. I like that guy because his name was like Hong, because him and the white dude they got close. Became good
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, he let him come to his house and Thanksgiving and all that good stuff,
Yeah, because
right?
I felt like with a lot of the Chinese people who were like, just used to their culture, the way I felt like he was one of the few people that came to America and was like, "Oh no, I like it here. Like the freedom that they have here, like that's what I want for me and my family."
Mhm.
So that's why I think at the end, like he had brought his family to America.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like if he actually came to America and lived here instead.
Yeah, I think he brought his family to America.
Mm,
He said, "Oh yeah," he goes when he was playing with the dog or the kid or whatever. He goes, "Oh, I got to go back to my apartment or whatever."
mm,
But like, it looked like he brought his family there because I think he actually appreciated the freedom that
mm,
Americans had. Like
mm.
in America, you know, you can rise up and become someone great. China, I don't know. If you're a factory worker,
Yeah.
there's this thing I was listening to this podcast where they were talking about people in I think
Mhm,
Dubai or United Arab Emirates, and they have what they do is they bring in people from different countries, like the expats. They go over there, they work, they send the money back to their to their home countries for their families. And
mhm,
so, one of the guys was saying, those people have it good because when they come to those countries, they get their housing paid for, they get a good wage, they get all this stuff like perks, and the money they make, they send back to their family. So he's like, that's a good deal.
mhm,
But then the other guys were like, no, because for what it is with that, there's no the way it's set up, there's no possibility of rising higher than where you are. Like if you're lower class, let's say you do that and you're lower to middle class, that's where you're staying. You can't work your way up to finally become upper class.
mm,
And it's like, in America, you might start low and it sucks, but you can, if you work hard enough, rise up to being a millionaire.
yeah,
So I think that's what I think in the US, that's one of the perks that we have is that, you know, if you want to make something of yourself, you have the freedom to do that here.
yeah.
In other countries, you might have more opportunity to get a job, but you might not have the same opportunity to rise up.
And that was what my insight had with living in Germany. Like even though I didn't sit long enough to actually learn the country, that's and I said it before, and I can't explain what I felt like, like I said, I felt like a prisoner in a wide open field. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just
Well,
uh,
you were the speck of pepper in the salt. That's all I'm saying.
oh man,
You were the mold on that white lady's bum.
seriously.
uh,
Oh god, but
I ain't never heard. Are there black Germans? There gotta be some black Germans, right?
mhm.
Oh, I ain't never seen them.
No, they're over there. There are a few, but they're over there.
All five of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're all descendants.
Military babies.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Oh,
Um,
oh. After like, okay, so what do you think
hmm.
about the idea of a Chinese company opening a factory in the U.S.? You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I think I mean if it feeds the community, and brings the yeah, brings the community up and everything, and it's for the better.
Mhm.
Yeah, why not? But I don't feel like they were trying to make the community better. You know what I'm saying? They
Why?
were they they were there for self. They
I think we gotta agree to disagree on that, bro.
look, homeboy flew from China to America every month.
Once a
You know
month
what
to
I'm saying?
make sure his factory is running right.
Okay, well, you got the money to do it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you a fucking owner of a factory. Yeah, you should do that.
Okay, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. Okay, this is why I say that the people he hired were the wrong people. Because in my opinion, and we talked about this, they were about the stocks and trying to get their name out there. And I've been doing this for so many years and I can run this.
Mhm.
But they were running it for themselves, so to speak. They might have been on the floor trying to talk to people, but they weren't on the floor getting to know Bob, Sarah, and Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They were just numbers, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's why I think they got fired, eliminated. And I'm just a firm believer of that. Like I cannot have a company and not know everybody that works for me. You know
True.
what I'm saying?
I mean, if
I'm
if
not, okay, I'm
you have
not gonna
to,
say not know, but
they
at
had
least
like
not let them
2,200
know
people.
me. But this is what I'm saying. I say I can't not everybody know who I am. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just like to be approachable, open door policy. Because shit, everybody got issues, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Like homegirl, she had surgery, was afraid that she'll get fired from her job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nah, if you do your job and you're good at it, and I'm a firm believer knowing the accidents fucking happen, because I've been through too many of them. Okay, let's figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna dismiss you because you got bit by a rattlesnake.
Yeah, yeah.
Just say it.
But the thing, okay, she didn't lose her job for having surgery, but she did lose her job for because she tried to push for the union.
And that's fucked up.
It's not fuck. That's not fucked up. If the union is bad for if I run a company and
Hmm.
having a union is bad for me, I'm
Hmm.
not gonna want people there who are pushing for a union. That's just math.
But see, but wouldn't it sound fishy to you if everything started to come out? He's everybody in here next Monday, $2 pay on your paycheck. $2 extra. Like, what the fuck? What was this money at before? Why are you giving it to me now? I don't want it now. I needed it 6 months ago.
Well, I get it. Yeah, that does. If I'm in the factory, yeah, that does sound fishy.
You
But
drive me to drink.
if I'm running a company, it's not my job to give everybody as much money as they want. I'm sorry.
Mm, oh no, I definitely agree on that. But give them feasible living wages, or make up with dental and health insurance.
I'm sure they had that.
No, China don't have dental insurance. You know that.
No, no, I'm not saying they had. I'm saying that the company in America.
I was gonna say, you see how those people's teeth.
Ever see that video? It's a Vietnamese dude that be singing like numbers on YouTube. His teeth look like look like a broken fence.
Oh, I want to say I have, but I don't remember at the moment. Something my subliminal saying it is.
Right,
But but honestly, that's the first thing I noticed when the documentary first started, and the girl was talking, and he was like, "Look at the house! How long they've been here?" He's like, "200 years." And he's like, "Oh," and he turned his face. I was like, "Whoa!"
should look like a revolving door. Oh.
Oh.
I look. I'm a firm believer in doing right by the workers.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if you take care of your workers, then you're gonna get a good fucking product, and
Hmm.
your numbers should work right.
Hmm.
But if they aren't, and all they keep asking for more and more and more, but it's not turning into better numbers, then as a business owner, I gotta do whatever I gotta do to fucking make sure I can fucking still afford to run this fucking company.
And that's what I'm saying. He was talking to the wrong people, which I don't fault him for it, because he hired these people to run this company. He should have been talking to people on the ground doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Like,
I
what's
feel like,
the
but the thing is, I feel like some of those people on the ground doing the work
Mhm.
weren't trying to work as hard as he wanted them to.
Okay.
That's my honest opinion. I feel like some of them wanted to work at their own pace and not at the pace needed,
Hmm.
which I understand because like at friendlies they got to a point where they were running machines so fast that like I'm like, hey man, you can't run it this fast because we're just turning out worse product. All you're doing is
Yeah.
creating more work.
Hmm.
But they got their numbers. They want to reach these numbers. That's all they care about. And then, like they saw in there, all of a sudden they getting broken glass everywhere and shit like that.
Yeah.
But okay, so let me ask you a question. In that instance, if I'm in China,
Hmm.
I have two factories, one in China, one in America. They're both
Okay.
running at the same speed, right? But the one in China is turning out quality shit all the time at a good rate. And then the one in America isn't.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at the American one like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Okay.
What's
So you
going
said,
on here that's not going on over there?
but you said running at the same speed, doing everything the same, but one is actually putting out good product, and the other one's not.
One's putting out good product at a good rate, and the other
Hmm.
one's not. I'm gonna look at that one like, hey, what's the difference? What's going on right now?
Hmm. Oh yeah, you definitely gonna look at the difference.
But and I think that's what was going on. I think he had the factory in China and the one in America, and the one in America just couldn't reach the same numbers as the one in China. So
Hmm.
they're like, why? What's going on over here that we can't reach those same numbers?
He picked the wrong state, Ohio.
Yeah, because you can't come to LA with a job like that. Ain't nobody gonna fucking work there.
Hell no, LA is not a small city. Shit,
Yeah,
you
in
gotta go
LA,
somewhere where,
everybody's gonna want time off so they can go audition.
pretty much.
Mhm.
You know what? Matter of fact, if that'd be a question. If you want to open up a factory in the United States, what state would you pick? State and city.
I would do. See, the thing is, I would say middle America because
Okay,
you got a better shot of getting blue collar workers there.
okay. I'll say Middle America too. I'm just not sure where, but keep going.
But but because I feel like the Midwest, but then you got your shipping's gonna be a little because you're not close to a port. Hmm. If I had to pick,
Hmm. Hmm. A
I don't know.
port, okay, I can see that, but at the same time, that's what truckers come to play. If the money's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably go middle America between Ohio, Kentucky to like Oklahoma and shit like that. I just think in those areas, because a lot of it's agriculture, that
Hmm.
you have a better shot of getting blue collar workers who don't want to farm.
You know what? I really don't know what I think of. I'm gonna come back to this question, but how'd you feel when he was like, and it was like October weather's gonna be different? He said, "No, October weather's gonna feel like it does right now." I was like, "Brother, you in Ohio?
But then you saw
How?
what happened, right? It was
Yeah,
it was nice. The weather was good.
in October?
Well, when because he said because they were talking about having that festival. They're like that grand opening festival or whatever. So they were going
Hmm.
to make the stage, and he goes, "Oh, we might need a fucking cover. It's going to cost this much more for a cover over the thing because it might rain." He goes, "Nah, it's in a month. It'll be good. The weather will be good." They
Oh,
were
it's okay. I'm surprised it's in a month. I thought it
yeah,
was like, I thought it was a difference in like spring to fall.
no. So they were like, "Oh, yeah, no, it'll be good." And they were like, "No, I don't know. What do you think?" And then the day came, and it was good.
Okay,
You know?
okay. So I missed that then because I thought there was a big time gap, and us being from the north, we know
Yeah,
spring and fall. Nah, it can snow in September on the right day.
yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm
so
saying?
like they tried to make it sound like the owner didn't want to spend money
Hmm.
to take care of things. But if you looked at it, he was like, "Hey man, we need that door can't be right there. We need to turn it around." And everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh well, the plans." Where he goes, "Well, that door can't be right there, so let's switch it." He's like, "Oh, it's going to cost this much." He said, "Oh well, then do it."
Hmm.
Clearly, in order to build the factory the way he wanted it, like he wasn't afraid to spend money.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I get
Hmm.
when it comes to like safety and shit like that. Like, when what do you think about the guy who's like, "I worked at this job 15 years, never got hurt once. Then all
Hmm.
of a sudden I work here and I get hurt. Coincidence?" I'm like, yeah, I think yeah, that's actually a coincidence.
Um, yeah, I guess it depends on how you view things. Because me personally, I wouldn't see it that way. Just because shit, life happens, things happen.
Yeah.
Shit, I've been driving 10 years. It had a whole fucking wreck
Hmm.
in my last year driving. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck this happened?
Yeah.
I'm talking airborne. You know what I'm saying? Scariest shit in the world.
Yeah,
But you can't control how a day's gonna go.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like you can't,
Point the finger.
yeah,
Unless you
yeah,
know for
but you
certain
can't say,
somebody did something.
yeah, you can't say, oh, like, it's you can't say they're not all one and the same. You can't
Yeah.
correlate at all just because like all of a sudden when you randomly get hurt, all of a sudden, it's like it must be someone else's fault because I never got hurt before.
Yeah.
Um, um, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Owning a factory is that just looks hard. But if you were to
Mm,
if you were to own a factory, what would you produce?
condoms.
Besides pussy juice.
I said condoms. Pussy juice in the can.
It look like a dairy factory. You got pumps everywhere.
Have all the baddest women in the world come and just be working.
But every time everybody come to work, it'd be like it'd be in Ohio. I'm like, why does it smell like fish in Ohio? In Ohio? Well,
That's when the fish we got a problem. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
it's quality
Oh man.
control. You got to keep
Yeah.
quality control on your juice.
Better be douching.
You know what? If I had enough money, if I had
You
enough
douchebags on deck. Every morning, girls get it there.
money, swap that shit out like rubber gloves. Like, oh shit, I just picked up something. I'll grab up, go, gotta go douche again.
Yeah, for real. Oh man.
Oh shit. Ugh.
Okay. Yeah.
God damn. How
Oh,
what would be the shelf life on a jar of pussy? Oh, shit. I don't-
it's expiration date.
we need temperature. We need some temperature control warehouses because this shit is gonna go rancid in 2 weeks. I don't take care of it.
The worst. Oh man. Yeah. Oh no, that's just terrible. You gotta come to the warehouse to buy it. You like that day.
Direct. It's farm to table, ladies. Farm to table.
Oh man. Oh, we ain't shit. Oh.
Oh, that shit like lettuce. Bro, if I had enough money to start my own factory,
Mhm.
this is 100% true. Like if I had that kind of money, I would try to buy friendlies and do that shit the right way.
You know what? I think Freddy's was being done the right way. I mean, I was only there for a year,
Yeah.
but even I mean, I have my own issues going on, as you know.
Mhm.
But I also felt like the company was making a turn that just wasn't looking good with the year I was there.
I feel like one, they became more obsessed. I think they went from being a product company and making ice cream to
Mhm.
trying to be a restaurant company. And I just think the restaurant business was going in a direction that like they were trying to go opposite the direction.
Mm.
I think they were trying to go like Applebee's and shit like that. Cause ain't nobody trying to buy salmon out of fucking Friendlies.
Yeah, it's
You
known
need,
for ice cream.
yeah, ice cream, burgers, and like tuna melts.
Yeah.
Like that's simple. It should be simple. But
Hmm.
like
Chicken
I
fingers and popcorn shrimp.
yeah, next thing you know, you go there, you get fucking pot roast for some goddamn reason.
Ponderosa with apple a la mode on the side.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys like? And I just think they lost their way. Like they became obsessed with numbers.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, we need to pump out as much product out of the fucking factory as possible. So the quality went down and all this shit. And, you know, the health food kick jumped
Mm.
in and they weren't on top of it. Cause I was trying to pitch them fucking high protein ice cream for 2 years and they didn't
You
listen.
were
Yes.
holy shit.
I
Okay.
said, protein ice cream is the direction to go. Like it's gonna come out, and you guys need to like focus on that. This is about the same time. It was either when you were there or just when you left, because they
Okay.
were doing the no sugar added. They were adding the Splenda.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like I was like high protein ice cream. They didn't listen, and then like 2 years later, the Halo ice creams came out, and
Mm.
the soy protein ice creams. It's just it's made from soy milk, but it's just it's like a healthier version of ice cream. Those
Yeah.
started taking over the fucking the market, and the
Mm.
only regular ice creams that were making any money were like Breyers or Ben and Jerry's.
Mm.
So yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
Stop making Jubilee rolls.
Oh, the diabetes section.
Bro.
Yeah.
Jubilee rolls
Yeah.
are good, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that you actually picture the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't buy the shit. But
Because you a measure of health.
I'm very healthy.
All right, you should need to. All it needs, all with you, you like you buy this Chris Brown ice cream and you get a side of antibiotics for free or anti venom, some shit.
Oh man. Everything be infused with Jack Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But okay, but you can make a Jack Daniel's ice cream because they make rum like pistachio ice cream with rum.
But
That shit is delicious.
liquor don't freeze though.
Yeah, but it's the flavor profile, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You never had a rum ice cream?
Yeah. I mean, like actually, you know what? Like I don't eat it often, but if I can find coffee ice cream, I'll eat it. It's not my favorite, but even though I don't even like coffee like that, I like coffee ice cream.
Yeah, that's like
There's a co-
that's one of the few cold coffee things that I'll actually eat.
hmm,
Some Vienna mocha chunk. You don't remember that shit.
I really don't. When
Listen,
you said Vienna, I was thinking the Vienna sausages, the mocha chunk. It just
you
like it all didn't go together.
fat piece of shit.
It's some hot sauce and saltine crackers, man. You can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
uh, yeah. All right. Final thoughts on American Factory. Like, what's your take on this documentary?
Um, I'm not against factories coming from overseas or even us moving to overseas. Just know the land on which you're trying to build on. Know your foundation. And if it because it's not gonna be easy to push your beliefs on other people, especially if you ain't from there.
I'll agree with that.
You know.
I think for me, I like the documentary. I think
Hmm.
it's talking about something that, like, I think that whole the factory middle class blue collar job in America is just it's a lost idea that needs to be brought back.
Okay.
But the more I think about it, the more I wonder if factory jobs would work in the United States anymore. I just think the with what minimum wages,
Hmm.
what we strive to accomplish, or like
Hmm.
the measures that we try to implement into factories are so high that, like, I hate to say it, might have to be artisanal, like factories, like ones that aren't worried about numbers, like a Tesla, or like, you see all the like fucking automotive ones, they're all going
Hmm.
out of business. There's only a few of them left.
Which I found interesting because it was an automotive glass factory.
Hmm.
And like they made all. If I'm wrong, correct me. They made glass for every type of car out there.
Yeah,
How are you losing money?
because you're not making them fast enough.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
Look,
Okay.
okay, let me give you an example. When on the last couple of years I was at Friendlies, when we used to run the machines, we used to run them at 60, 61 cartons a minute.
Okay.
Perfect. At that
Yep. Yep.
rate,
Yep.
we used to get quality, ice cream, and it would go great. Then eventually they started trying to run it at 62, 63, which, yeah, you could get some, but the quality went down. And then you had a lot where you're like, okay, the quality isn't good. So then you gotta, send it through the machine to rerun it and then, redo it again.
Hmm.
Now you're just, oh yeah, okay, now I'm pumping out an extra 1,000 cartons an hour, but now I have another 6,000 that I gotta rerun and just do, and then now I got
Mm.
time to do this shit. So you're spending more money to produce the same shit
Yeah.
instead of just slowing it down and making sure that the stuff you do produce is quality.
Mm.
You know,
Hmm.
but I just think like, I mean, we could open factories in America, but you want a $5,000 phone? Do you want some, want to go to McDonald's and pay, $16 for a double cheeseburger?
You know, that shit got expensive.
Mm-hmm. and people complain. I don't get it. It's food. I don't know why you complaining.
Yeah, true.
If it's food, like,
Especially if especially if you want it.
yeah. If I want my food to be healthy and I want it to be like, quality shit. So I don't mind paying extra for it. But
Mm.
some people complain when, you got to pay fucking your $4 for some lettuce, and it's like, what do you want?
Yeah,
You want to stay healthy? You want us to have these, I don't know.
yeah. But, I mean, I'm one of those people that find that kind of offensive
What?
when you go get a carton of eggs or some lettuce or some milk. Matter of fact, I went to go buy some milk the other day, and it was $6.99.
Mhm.
There's people with cows across the street. What the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Numbers. They're trying to reach. They still trying to inflation. It's not the cows. It's the
Obviously.
no. But I'm saying, like, if you got to pay people more money to do the same job they were doing 2 years ago, but you're
Hmm.
still only making a certain amount of, if you're selling, say you're selling 50 cartons of milk a week, right?
Hmm.
But now all of a sudden you got to pay your workers an extra $3 an hour to do that same amount. Of course, you're gonna have to raise the prices.
Yeah, I just know milk would be that much.
Yeah, I know. But
That's
everybody's
crazy.
so used to that cheap shit, government milk.
Look, honestly, how do you know what cheap milk is?
I
I
don't drink
mean,
milk no more. So let's just stick
that's
to water and Diet Coke.
I need the milk for my
You
protein.
don't even look like a guy who drinks milk.
No, for protein.
Coconut milk.
I, I get my shares of milks. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Uh,
Oh man,
Oban.
milk it does a body good. That was the original slogan back in the '90s.
Yeah. Uh, Mother Nature's natural coconut. Uh,
Oh gosh,
yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, I did like the documentary. I do feel like something was missing, but it was definitely especially somebody that worked in the union and in the factory.
yeah.
Uh, like I said, it was a lot of catch 22s because I saw both sides of it, and my end result is what's better for the worker because the workers will keep your business going. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think taking care of the workers is first and foremost,
Hmm.
but I also feel like the United States may be at a point where we're too entitled for
Mm.
those type of jobs.
Mm.
I think we might have bred a society that is just they feel like they're too good to work those kind of jobs, you know, at the numbers that we as a society want. If we want cheap shit,
Hmm.
but we're not willing to, you know, work at the rate that would allow us to have cheap shit.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. It's like I mean, our restaurants everything to do with a bottle of Jack. So it's like I look at money like, okay, cool, that's 2 bottles of Jack. I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if you're working for 15 an hour and that's a meal at Burger King, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying if you're if you want to pull out quality, Jack, and then
Hmm.
everybody's like, man, like Jack used to cost $20. I only want the bottle for $20. You're gonna be like, well, like I'm working my ass off here.
Yeah,
I need to get paid for this fucking job I'm doing. I ain't working a lot just because you want to pay less for your shit.
yeah.
So
Should I see what was I? A liquor store, obviously. But the shit they had the big bottle for 65. I ain't never seen that expensive.
mm,
It's
I
like,
don't
what
know.
the hell's going on here?
I don't know who buying it, but Lord knows it ain't me.
I'm going back to the distillery.
All right, you're gonna go to the bum on the corner, but hey, you got any left, bro?
He got that what's that fucking 40-ounce shit?
Or some OE?
There you go, Old English.
Let me get a fifth of OE.
Man, hell no.
All right.
Uh,
That's the latest episode of Srot and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Srot, aka Makazi.
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. Welcome to the Midnight Edition.
Yeah. Everybody out there, go get a job, a good one.
Hey, ladies, I need you. I'm gonna open a factory.
Bro, you're gonna have to invent some shit. I don't know what kind of.
I need a bunch of reefer trucks. Keep that shit cool.
Bro, you're gonna need some high quality tubes, bro. That shit is liable to eat through that shit after a week. That shit coming out like Reptile and Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that'd be the worst. Walking down the line like she's good. She's good. What's wrong with you? Samantha, get down right now. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I mean, the type of women that might sign up for that job, they might have the same teeth as them Chinese. Yo, we done. We done.